Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of Corey's Copters. Today I'm doing a bit of a different video. It's going to be an accessory video, basically covering good accessories that I use on a regular basis. I've got a list of notes here. There's a lot of accessories. So I've had the Phantom 4 for just over a year now. It's just the standard one, it's not the Advanced or the Pro. There's not a terrible difference between them, big difference between them. The camera is probably the main thing. It's a 4K camera still, but it's just not quite up to the same spec of the Phantom 4 Advanced and the Phantom 4 Pro. This video is still relevant for those drones as well, but this is mainly concerning the standard Phantom 4. I've got heaps of videos that I've been doing around Western Australia. If you can go check them out on my channel, and if you like them, give them a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, you know, the usual thing. That'd be great. But yeah, this video is just aimed around the accessories. Yeah, the best accessories that I believe will help you with your droning with the Phantom 4 series. I have got a DJI Spark on the way, but with being in Australia, we seem to get everything last, and the Spark's going to be about 2 or 3 weeks away. I want to get the Fly More combo to have the controller, as I don't see the point of really having it just flying with the phone, as the range is severely limited. So keep an eye out. I will be doing some more videos with the Spark once I get it. But for now, I'm just doing the Phantom 4 while I've still got this as my main drone. So let's start at the top of the list. I'll start with the ones that I consider good and that I use regularly. And I've listed 11 of them. And I sort of do the more boring ones, and then all the way up to the ones that are most helpful and more exciting. This is the battery port cover. Charging port, warning, beware of short circuit. And yeah, you'll want to have this on your battery to protect the terminal, especially if you're traveling with it on an airplane. You'll have to have that port covered off, whether it's with tape or with the actual little bit of plastic. Fits in nicely, it's snug, and doesn't fall out, and you feel nice and protected with that. Here's the LiPo bag. It's a nice Kevlar sort of feeling material. It's got these flaps that also go over the top of the battery, and then that goes over the top of the battery there. So you must also have your batteries in a bag when you travel with them on the plane, but I also feel more secure having it in the bag just when I'm storing them at home. Some people say you should be charging your batteries in a explosion-proof box or even outside because they're highly volatile and stable batteries, but the DJI batteries are made to a very high standard, and I have a lot of trust in these batteries, but never, you know, can't be too safe, so put it in a bag if you feel the need to do so. Lens cleaning kit, see here, just got it off the internet. Nice little kit. I use it for cleaning the ND filters when I go to change them. Sometimes you get a bit of dust on them or on the lens itself. In it you've got a cloth, use that the most probably. Then you've got the optical cleaning tissue. You've got a little dust blowy thing. You have got a screen cleaning solution. You have got a couple of disposable wipes, a little brush, and some cotton buds. Very useful for cleaning those ND filters when you swap them over. It's number 3 down. Number 4, the SD card. This one definitely needs a close-up. Here's the little memory card. Hope you can see it. It's there you go. Focus now. It is micro SD, so it's tiny, obviously. But yeah, 64 gig, much more capacity than the stock 16. You'll get several hours of video on there, and it just makes life a lot easier. You don't have to keep copying it off as often. I mean, it is good to back it up as soon as you've got the footage back, but if you're not that way inclined, then yeah, you can at least store it for a while before having to take it off. Number 5, short cables for the controller connecting to your tablet or mobile device. There's the short cable micro USB. You can see there. And I've got a USB-C adapter for my Samsung Galaxy S8, which now uses USB-C. And it's got a nice little DJI logo on the cable. And yeah, just the perfect length to keep everything nice and short and tight, and you don't have that big long cable dangling down that you get with the actual drone. So highly recommend this. It's a very cheap buy on the internet. This is the Lightning one, very similar, just got the lightning cable connector. Sorry about the focus there. And yeah, it's just the same length, but it's good for the iPad. So highly recommend that one too. Next one is actually not a physical thing, it's the DJI app. I haven't played around with it a terrible amount. I've used it probably less than 10 times all up. But yeah, this is the VR box VR goggles, very cheap online again. And basically you slot your phone in the front, pull this thing out, phone slots in there, nice and secure. Back in, and then on the sides you got where the cable comes out of. That goes into your controller as per normal. Then basically you have got controller going straight to the phone inside your headset, and then using DJI it gives you the VR mode. So away you go. It's a very cheap way of doing it. Only going to cost you $20 or less if you're in the US for the VR box headset. And it's definitely worth giving a shot, even if you just want to try it. I've only used it once or twice. It was a bit different. It was enjoyable, different way of flying, and you can cut out all the sunlight. But yeah, it's really up to you if you want to try that sort of thing. A lot cheaper than buying the DJI goggles, even though I know the DJI goggles do give you a lot more functionality compared to just having it set up in that sort of manner. But DJI is also great for doing your panoramas. I've done lots of 360-degree panoramas where it'll take pictures all the way around and below itself, and then you can use software to stitch it all together. And then basically when you upload it to Facebook, it'll become one of those nice 360 pictures where you can look around the whole picture, and it just looks terrific. Take a little bit of playing around with to get it perfect, but there is an app that can do it automatically for you. The only downside to the app is that it doesn't actually allow you to put it into the exact altitude that you want it. It takes it up from where it's sitting on the ground, puts it to 90 meters and takes all the pictures. I will get the name of that in a second, and I'll give you that app in the description below. Next thing, parabolic range extenders. So it's these two guys. Very simple little things. So you basically get your controller, antennas up like so, slot on at the top so that this piece sits on the antenna. Do the same thing on that one, and then just make sure they're sitting nice and straight. And then you want to keep this surface basically parallel to your drone, so they're always kind of facing towards the drone like so. A lot of people make that mistake where they don't have them facing towards it, especially with these parabolic range extenders. It very much limits them to one direction. So if you're not facing directly towards the drone, you'll actually decrease the range, and you'll find it'll cut off very quickly if you start facing away from the drone. So they definitely improve your range. They definitely increase the quality of the transmission. So you get a better solid picture back to the screen. But yeah, just make sure you're facing towards them. I use them on a regular basis, especially in certain situations where I just want to have a nice solid long range signal. Highly recommend. Next thing is the sunshade hood for the controller. Here's the sun hood. This is the DJI one. Basically you will fold up the sides like that, and then the Velcro will hold on, and then Velcro there becomes the hood, which then sits nicely on your controller, protects you from the sun and all the glare that's coming in. Basically, you get a nice, much nicer view of your screen when you're out in direct sunlight. Obviously, there's other options out there. You can get the controller with the built-in screen, and that gives you a much brighter screen. Apparently, I haven't actually seen it myself in person, but you can see it very well in direct sunlight. You can also get these kind of more funnel type hoods, but you can't really reach the screen nicely. I don't really like the idea of that. And there's also other third-party ones that are coming out, other screens that are coming out, third-party ones that have much brighter screens, so they're also worth checking out. I can probably give you links below in the description. And yeah, I'd love to have a play with one of them, but they're quite expensive and I can't justify it at this point. Now this is one of my best investments. It's the bag that holds the stock case. Very cheap. It cost me, I think, less than $50, I believe. Compared to some of the known brands, especially the DJI ones, which are in the hundreds of dollars. Basically, you get your normal box, slot it into the bag like so, and everything just goes into your box as normal, and then flap over, zip it up, zip, and zip, get your straps, and yeah, it's quite wide, so it does sort of sit very far back on your back, but much better than carrying the actual box around, which I was doing initially. It was quite painful, and it's got a handle anyway if you want to carry it that way. It's a nice metal handle, and it just feels very nicely made. For the money, it's great. You got the extra zipper with the pocket here, which I keep my lens cleaning kit in. You've got a couple of side pockets, which you can put extra little bits and pieces. I don't particularly use them for much, but yeah, some people might find use for that. And yeah, this is one of the best investments I've done for the drone for sure. Just for that ease of use and carrying it around and getting between different spots. Yeah, you might need to travel. You know, I've had to walk 5 kilometers or more with the drone before, and carrying it with one hand, not the best. So definitely recommend that. So coming up to the end of the good ones. 2 more to go. These are the very important ones in my opinion. So ND filters is a must for anyone that wants to do you know, some good filming. If they want to make sure they've got the correct shutter speed and ISO when they're filming, especially when there's a lot of sun out. So I've got my little carrying case, as you can see here. I've got some of the DJI filters, and I've also got some ones off the internet that were kind of made, I believe, more for Phantom 3, but they also fit Phantom 4. I will have a following video that will look at these cheaper Phantom 3 ones. They don't they don't screw on anywhere near as nicely as the real DJI ones. That's the main reason I went for the DJI ones, because they're exactly the same as the stock ones, just with a darker filter. So it means that you can keep your gimbal guard on them, even if you have a higher ND filter on there. To change the ND filter, you simply hold on to the gimbal and then unscrew nice and gently. Keep screwing and it will come off as so. There it is. Grab your other one and then just screw it back on nice and gently. I never have the stock one on there anymore. I always use ND16, sometimes ND32. Very sunny here in Perth all the time, so yeah, it's definitely the way to go. But yeah, we'll have a following video to sort of talk about the downsides to those other filters and why you should avoid those. But yeah, definitely worth investing in the ND filters. They will help you get much better footage. You can get your shutter speed right down to where it needs to be for the crispest, for the best looking picture. And yeah, this is going to be my second highest recommended accessory for the drone. So invest if you can. The last one, which I've only just recently purchased, which was a iPad Mini 4. It's a cellular version, 120 gigabytes. The only reason I went for the high capacity is just using it for travel, install it to movies or whatever you need on it. Don't necessarily need that much capacity for the drone. But the cellular version, definitely using that. Useful for the follow me mode, which to be honest I don't use a lot, but also if you want to reassign your home point to yourself while you're moving around. Definitely you need the GPS, so worth investing if you can in the cellular version. The other great thing I love about having the iPad compared to an Android device is there's many more apps available for DJI drones. Particularly as I was talking about before, there's one called Hangar 360, and it's very easy to use. It basically just has your drone sitting on the ground, you go into the app, you confirm all your things are safe and ready to fly. It'll fly up to approximately 90 meters. It does a full 360 automatically with all your pictures, stitches it together and gives you the final product ready to go, where you can upload it to Facebook or view directly from Hangar 360, and you can look around the picture and it looks great. As I said before, Litchi has some advantages in the fact you can fly to exactly where you want at whatever altitude and whatever distance away, then do your 360 pictures in the panorama mode. Of course, you can also manually take the pictures, but I'm somewhat lazy and I just let it go into auto mode. But that Hangar 360 app is cool. Obviously, the other advantage of the iPad, I can do live streaming on Facebook, which I haven't done a lot, but is a nice feature. You can do digital zoom in for the drone, which I don't use because I don't really believe in that. You can always do that post editing and post-production, and yeah, so not really required, but still, again, it's cool to be able to use a feature that you're meant to be able to use. Other than that, it's just the perfect size. It's got a nice display on it, and it runs, the performance of the app is great compared to the 3-year-old Samsung tablet we were using. It just was starting to really go laggy with the DJI 4 app. So it was fine with the original DJI Go app, but once the version 4 came out, it didn't like it anymore. So it was time for a new tablet, and not much of an Apple person myself, but yeah, the iPad has been good and I've been enjoying it. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you having a look at all these accessories. I hope you've got some ideas out of them. And if you need any more, if you have any questions about them, just feel free to ask me in the comments below. If you want me to make any more videos regarding particular accessories, I'll try my best to do so. These are the ones that I use on a regular basis. I take them with me every time I go out. Yeah, they all have their own little purpose, whether it's to help your filming, whether it's to help the convenience of the drone itself, or whatever else, to travel with it on the plane. Yeah, highly recommend them all. I'll give you links below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, give it the thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, comment below if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer anything. There's lots of little things you might want to know more about, such as the VR goggles, or all these apps on the iPad that some people just don't even know about. So happy to answer all these questions. The next video will be broken down into 3 sections. And I need to make it into 2 because it's just going to be such a long video otherwise. I didn't realize I had so many accessories. Once I started pulling them all out, well, yeah, it just added up very quickly. The next video will have the accessories that I believe are good, but I don't use on a regular basis. Included in that is the actual VR goggles, the VR box, and a couple other ones. But I recommend them, but like I said, I don't use them on a terribly often basis. So the other ones I would say possibly good, but I haven't actually used them. So yeah, I bought a few things going, yep, that'll be great. I could probably make good use of that, but I haven't actually installed them yet. So that'll be covered in the next one. And then also I will speak about a few things which I've bought, which I don't use and wouldn't recommend people to use. And I'll elaborate that on the next video as well. So I hope to see you guys in that one. And like I said, DJI Spark stuff coming up soon. I've already ordered a bunch of accessories for it, knowing in preparation for what I will require. And I will do some reviews of those accessories once I get them. Some things that I haven't seen talking about yet on YouTube, which could be cool. I like to do original content if possible. And again, I apologize if there's been any auto-focusing issues on this video. It's using a phone. I'm not really at that level yet where I've invested in a big, nice DSLR camera, so Again, if there's any glitches, focusing issues, yeah, I apologise, and I'll try and make improvements as I go. Still new to this sort of side of the things. I'm more of a droning person. I like to just do my cinematic sort of footage from the drone itself. I hope to do more of these videos. I hope you guys enjoy it. You will see more very soon. I want to start getting my channel sort of going different directions now. I don't want to just purely be doing just filming scenery. I want to be doing these face-to-face chats and showing accessories, showing tips, showing tutorials, whatever, that I can help you guys and make everyone's sort of flights more enjoyable, and anything that can help anyone else to make nice videos themselves, whether it's for family or for hobbies or for professional use. I'll do my best, and yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks guys. Captain Corey signing out.